Arlen here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I have a small haul from Home Goods. I went in there this morning just to poke around a little bit. And as you all know, I normally don't do that, but Chris and I were out. It's a rainy day here in Virginia, so I thought I would he said, you want to go anywhere? I said, well, I think I would like to go over to Home Goods, and see what's what in there, see if they have the Christmas stuff out, and they did. So I did pick up a few things from there, so I want to show you those. And then I have, I think, 7 questions that I'm going to go ahead and answer. And then I want to have a little bit of a conversation with you about a video that you guys have requested that I make. And that is about how I started my YouTube channel and like tips and tricks about starting your own YouTube channel. And I want to do that video. I've made some notes for myself that I want to kind of go over with you guys. And then if you would want to see, this is a pimple. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is my COVID pimple. I'm so sorry. I should have put some cover up on it and I didn't. So hopefully that will not pull your attention. It's pulling my attention because I keep seeing it. Sorry about that. And my mask, I just came in and I literally just came in, plopped down, and, this was my mask that I wore today. So, anyway, squirrel, here we go. But anyway, there's a couple of things that I want to go over with you about that video and talk with you about that for a little bit. So, anyway, let's get started. Let's start with my Home Goods haul because it is a very small haul. I absolutely love Home Goods for Christmas, you guys. They usually have some very pretty items. And it's the same this year. They have some very pretty items that kind of run the gambit, kind of from very country to, super glam, So there's a little bit for everybody in there, honestly. Sometimes you have to stand there and look at a shelf for a long time because they have a lot of different things. And, if you have in your mind what you're going for or looking for, which I really didn't today. So what you're going to see is quite the hodgepodge of choices. And I'll explain them as I go. So first of all, I want to start with this little lady, this little angel. Isn't she pretty? And she's a figurine. Excuse my nails too. I took my nail polish off and have not replaced my nail polish, so sorry. This is probably the first video you've ever seen of me doing this with no nail polish on. Can you believe that? Yuck, sorry about that. But anyway, I wasn't going to let that stop me from doing a video, that I didn't have my dumb nails painted. Squirrel, that's 2 squirrels. I wonder if I can make it round it out to 3 in this video. The rate I'm going, I probably will. Anyway, she was $16.99. And I just thought she's pretty. Look at her detail. She's white with gold. And she is glittery. And I'm not sure where I will incorporate her. Probably in the front room somewhere. Or it could go on my, they only had 1. If they'd had 2, I would have bought 2 and added her maybe to my mantle. But they only had 1. So anyway, I thought she was really pretty. So I got her. Lovely little lady. And then, kind of at the other end of the decorating spectrum, I picked up this dude. Check him out. Isn't he cute? I have littler snowmen that I got from Hobby Lobby last year that go in my foyer for Christmas or somewhere. I've had them in a couple of different places. I got them 2 years ago. So I've used them a couple of different times, and they are in the gray. And I just thought this little fellow was so cute. Plus I have that ribbon. Remember that ribbon that Bobby gave me? If I can find a bow that I made out of the ribbon that Bobby gave me, almost right after I met her, I thought I could do a little cozy corner or something with that ribbon, with this little snowman, and I think it would be really cute. And the other 2 snowmen, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I just picked him up. I couldn't resist him, so I thought he was cute. He had a little hat, that has a wire in it that you can bend the hat, any way you want to bend it, and it'll stay. So he's cute. He was $19.99, and he does have wire, or it feels like metal, or I don't think it's wood. It feels like metal for legs. Look at his big fat shoes. or boots and socks. So cute. So I love him. I think he's adorable. So we'll be definitely doing something with him and maybe that bow somehow, some way, somehow. And then the only other thing I got, I love Christmas trees, y'all. And you will see when I start decorating, I love Christmas trees. I have 4 like Christmas trees to decorate. That some I decorate on camera and some I don't. And then I have a bunch of like Christmas trees like this. And they only had one of these too. And I would have bought 2 if they had had 2 too. But I thought this was just super pretty. It's probably 2 feet tall. I would say definitely 2 feet tall. And it's white and it's glittery, like with silver and white glitter. I don't know that I can get it to, there we go. And it's heavy. It's really heavy. But I just thought it was so pretty. And they only had one of these. And it was only $24.99 for this. This thing is heavy. I bought something similar to this that has cardinals on it from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. And that thing was, I believe it was like $70, but I got it for like 50% off. It was crazy expensive. So that's a good price for this type of thing. So those are my 3 items from Home Goods, but I thought they were super pretty, and I'm not buying a ton of stuff right now, you know. I know I don't need it, and you know, but I thought that I'm thinking about the front rooms, my living room, dining room, and foyer. I'm still gathering, you know, decor for those rooms pretty much throughout my decor, you know, through all the seasons. So I needed a couple more things, but you know, but honestly, I didn't need these. I wanted these. I honest to goodness did not need them. But do I get paid soon? I get paid soon. I get paid in 4 days. But I still have money left in my coffer, so you know, that I make on my channel here. So anyway, that's it. That's it from Home Goods. Can you believe it? That's all I got, you know, but I really took my time and picked and chose smartly, I think, you know. So, alrighty, let's get started with these questions here. I've got 7, I believe, and one of them has more than one question in it, I believe. And I've got them blown up on purpose, so I don't have to be putting on and off my glasses. So, let's start out here. Penny, number 1, is from Penny Santana. She says, Arlene, I always love watching your videos. Your ideas always make me get the courage to try making all of my own bows instead of purchasing them. That's good. Yay! I love watching your Q&As. I learn a lot about you and how you incorporate your decor decisions. I also love to see how big little Squishy is growing. He is precious. Little Squishy is, Maverick's nickname is Squish. In the last Q&A, you talked about purging your wreaths. I was wondering, how many wreaths have you made? And are we able to see how Chris stores them for you? Thank you for all that you do. I live in the Smoky Mountains, been there, they're beautiful. And right now, you and Chris are definitely going to see all of the beautiful colors of fall when you go on your driving adventures. Please stay safe and God bless. Well, this very same to you, Miss Penny. You stay safe and God bless you too. They're up in the beautiful Smoky Mountains. They are gorgeous. I have a friend who used to live in the Knoxville area, and we went to visit her one time, and she took us up into the Smoky Mountains, and they are just beautiful. So let's see. You ask about how many wreaths I have made. I just went downstairs, and I took a couple of pictures. I did not take far away pictures because my basement is a hot mess right now because I've been digging into bins and whatnot, and I'm just not going to show you that area right now where I keep all of my decor. But I did take some pictures, and as you can see here, Chris uses, to hang my wreaths, he uses one of these clips. He gave me, it's a C-clip, I think he called it. And what he does is he takes like a piece of thick string and ties it around the wreath, and then ties it or hangs the wreath on this, and then he hooks this up to the basement rafters, the rafters in the ceiling down in the basement, and that's how he hangs them. So I also have some piled on my shelving down there, and I did take a couple of pictures of those. And I did count my wreaths while I was down there and added what I already have up on the doors. Now, before I tell you how many I have, at any one time, I am using one, I'm gonna count right here. The garage door is 1, front door is 2, 3, indoor and outdoor. My family room door is 4. I have one on our bedroom door, that's 5. Let's see, I have one on the mirror above the mantle, that's 6. Sometimes I have one hanging in the dining room, that's 7. So at any one time, I have 7 wreaths hanging up. Oh, and then the one on the outdoor, 8, I'm gonna say 8, outdoor light post outside. So at any one time, I have 8 different wreaths hanging in this house, whatever the season is. I have some for every day. I have some for fall. I have some for Easter. I have some for Valentine's Day. I have some for St. Patrick's Day. Not 8 for St. Patrick's Day and not 8 for Valentine's Day, but I do have a front door wreath and an indoor wreath, you know? So right now, what I counted up 30 wreaths, which actually isn't that bad. I have gotten rid of a couple, and I know I probably have 3 or 4 hanging in the garage. So let's just say 35, you know? But when you think about all the holidays and where all I use my wreaths, it's not too bad. Now that I thought it was gonna be a lot worse. I kind of dreaded answering this question because people make fun of me for having so much stuff, you know? And I told Chris that, boy, he was not a happy camper when he heard that. He doesn't like anybody saying anything negative to me, you know? He knows I get my feelings hurt, and I think hurts his feelings too, you know, a little bit. He goes, well, he said, you do beautiful work, Arlene. He said, he got really mad, not mad, but just really frustrated that somebody would say that, you know, but anyway, so I hesitate sometimes for fear of, you know, getting some stuff thrown back at me, you know, but you ask and I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to fib, you know, and so 30, I'm going to say 35 right now. There are a few that I saw that need to be out of here. They're very old. I've been making wreaths for years and years and years, and a lot of the wreaths that I use and reuse and take apart and redo and reuse are from decades ago, honestly, you know, so there you go. I think that answered, how does he store them? Yep. How many have I made? So there we go. I answered all your questions, I think. So there we go, Penny. I hope that helps you, you know, get a picture of how I do things. And, you know, I like wreaths. I love wreaths. Wreaths are one of my favorite things to decorate, with which to decorate, you know. Okay, number 2. This is from Ryan Anderson. Good morning. I wanted to show you, they sent me a beautiful card, the Andersons did. So over here, let me get it. And I'm not going to show you inside, but they gave me some beautiful Bible verses and a beautiful, beautiful message. And that was the card. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. So Jess, Ryan, and Mackenzie. Little Mackenzie. So thank you so much, you guys, to the Andersons. Thank you so much. I love it, and we'll cherish it, and it will go in my, you know, my little hope box, as I call it. You know, my little, have you ever heard of a hope chest, you know, where you put all your special things? I have a whole box of correspondences that I've gotten from you guys when I did have my P.O. box. So thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you. But his question is, good morning, Miss Arlene. Love the video. Congratulations on 28K. Yes, I just turned over to 28,000, y'all. In fact, I have 28.1. I just turned over to 28,100. My goal was 30. You know, I'm pushing, doing a push to get to 30,000. I would love to get to 30,000 before Christmas or by Christmas. That'd be lovely. But for no other reason than just to say, oh, I got 30,000 subscribers, you know, which is silly, I know. But anyway. Have a blessed day. One more thing, he said. Will you do a video when you take your fall decor down? I usually do, as you know, Ryan. I normally do a deconstructing video. And I see no reason why I won't do, you know, something like that this year, just to show you guys how I pack things away, even though I don't have quite as much out here as I've had in, many years past. I will probably show you how I, utilize my Ziploc bags and my bins and label everything, but probably so. It'll be a lot of fast motion to some quippy music, in that one in a couple of weeks. So thank you for that question, Ryan, but yep, I probably will. Okie dokie, here we go with number 3. This one is from Gail Tucker. So glad your birthday was wonderful. Grandbabies are the best. If you like collection, etc., you should check out Lakeside Collection as well. They both seem to have fairly good quality and extremely great prices. I have checked out the Lakeside Collection and also LTD Commodities. All 3 of those places are similar in nature, and places for us all to look. So check out LTD Commodities too. You noted Candace is a teacher. It's actually Kristen who is the teacher, sweetie. And so what does Candace and her husband do? First, I wanted to let you know that Candace and Dustin are not married yet. They planned to get married during the COVID, but that kind of stopped those plans. But eventually we think that they will definitely get married, but they're very much in love with each other and very committed to one another. And we love Dustin as our son-in-law. And all is good. So what are you retired from? I'm not retired from anything. I always have volunteered throughout my whole adult life, and when my kids were in school, and then after the kids went to college and such, Samson, our Newfoundland, and I did some volunteering in my mom's actually nursing home for almost 5 years. And since then I started my YouTube channel kind of, so I've been working on that, so yeah. My husband is worked for a very good company. He would rather me not say, so I'm not going to say, but he had a very good career. He is a mechanical engineer by trade, so there you go. Let's see. We have been blessed to be able to retire as well. Maybe for next week, a video on how or what to go through to make your videos, which I'm going to talk to you all about in a little while. Sounds like an interesting, maybe couple of day run. Just a thought. See ya. Yep. Thank you for all those questions, Gail. Okay, number 4, Angie South. First, your hair looks great. Thank you. I have 3 questions. Please forgive me if you've answered these in the past. When do you start listening to Christmas music? What is your favorite Christmas song? And are you planning on doing any Christmas cooking videos? I love all of your videos. Well, thank you, Angie. First, my hair looks great. Thank you for that. I have 3 questions. Let's just see. When do you start listening to Christmas music? As soon as it comes on the radio. Now, if it would be, what is it, mid-October here? No, not really that early, but usually around Thanksgiving or a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, honestly. Usually have Christmas music playing for Thanksgiving Day here, when the football games and whatnot aren't on the TV, we have Christmas music playing. I like to listen to Christmas music when I'm decorating, or I used to, but I don't do that anymore because I have to do camera work and I'll get hit with a copyright. So I don't do that anymore. But yep, I love Christmas music. Love it. What is my favorite Christmas song? I love all of the, Oh Holy Night and, Away in a Manger and Silent Night and all of those old hymns, kind of, hymn kind of Christmas songs. But my very, very favorite Christmas song is I'll Be Home for Christmas. And the reason I love that so much is I have such warm, fuzzy memories of all of my Christmases as a child and all of the Christmases that we've had here as I've been an adult and married with my own children. And, there's something about going home for Christmas. There's something about the smells and the love and the cheer and the kisses and the hugs and the you know, the cooking and, you know, you have the same foods, or we do anyway. We have the same foods and the same, you know, the same music is playing and the, you know, and you see family members that you may not have, especially this year, that you may not have been able to see for a while, you know, and I mean, I miss my cousin Stacy terribly. I have not seen her since last Christmas, you guys. I haven't seen her since last Christmas. It's going to be a year. She and I never go a year without seeing one another, as you all know. We normally get together a couple of times a year and we do videos for you guys. That's one thing, but we also just, you know, get together. I haven't seen some of my other cousins for much longer than that. So I miss everybody. Are you planning on doing any Christmas cooking videos? I am sure I will if you guys want to see me do like fudge again. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I've done fudge on my channel probably 3 years running now. I do 2 kinds of peanut butter fudge. I sometimes do peanut butter pie. I do cheesecake. I do not much cookie baking. I don't do a lot of cookie baking. I sometimes bake peanut butter blossoms, but I'm not done that on my channel. Everybody can do that, you know. And you know, so I probably will if you all want me to. I mean, it's very easy to go back and find some cooking videos on my channel here, especially of my fudge. They're, you know, they're very easy to find. But I will be glad, you know, to do them again on camera if you want me to. So, okay, thank you for those questions, Angie. Number 5, Eleanor Kutzi. Hey, Eleanor. Arlen, thanks for another great chit chat. Enjoy them so much. Can tell by your eyes that you are not feeling 100%. I don't know what day that was, Eleanor, but I may not have been. I don't know. You know, some days are better than others. That's for sure. Maybe you're just worn out. Yeah, I am definitely worn out. I will admit that, you guys. I really am tired. I really hope a migraine is not affecting you. It wasn't. Just that one, you know, a couple of weeks ago. Feel better soon. Thank you. You're always so thoughtful when family visitors come, i.e. placing pictures of them in a room in which they'll be staying. I was wondering if you have purchased or Chris made you a Christmas stocking ladder or holder. I have never heard of that, Eleanor. This is the first time I've ever heard of that. So I can see you personalizing a stocking for everyone, changing the stocking color to fit your theme decor whenever you change it, including a special stocking for the newest family edition, Maverick James. You can fill them with fruit, nuts, candy, and special little trinkets, surprises for all. Chris, of course, gets a new box of nails, haha. My dad made a similar holder using pipe and concrete blocks on each end. We had such fun opening up the stockings on Christmas Eve. My mom would donate the stockings and buy new ones when she changed the color of her decorations. I would definitely do something like that. Sorry, did not mean to ramble. That's okay. I never ramble. You know, I never ramble. Sweet lady, here is a hug to wish you well and hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much, Eleanor. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Y'all are just the sweetest. I have the best subbies on the planet. I'm telling you, you guys are just awesome. I have never heard of that. I'm going to have to look that up, Eleanor, and see about that. But that would be a fabulous idea for sure. And as it is, I don't make everybody, but I fill stockings for everyone but myself. And Kristen fills my stocking, our oldest fills my stocking, or Candace, or they go together and do it. But yeah, my dad, I think I just told this story to somebody just recently. My dad, I just had the idea one year, several years ago, to give everybody a stocking, you know. And I gave my dad a stocking, and he comes downstairs and goes over to where he was going to sit, and he goes, I got a sock. He called it a sock. I said, well, yeah. I said, we got you a stocking this year, Dad. He goes, I've never had a sock. Nobody ever gave me a sock before. And I was like, why didn't I know that? Why didn't I know that? You've never had a stocking? No, never had one. Well, he's gotten one ever since, let me tell you. Bless his heart. He's so sweet. Okay, let's see. I don't even know what number we're on. You guys, I've got a lot of questions that I've just kind of got thrown on here. I want to say 6. This is from Brenda Edwards. Hi, Arlen. I always love your videos, Q&As, and chit-chats. People are so busy nowadays with their schedule and life in general. I feel like there isn't enough time just to sit with me moments to chat, LOL. Just wondering, do you have a go-to Thanksgiving dishes or go-to Thanksgiving dishes that you could share or possibly make one of your video on one of your videos. If not Thanksgiving, maybe Christmas. I know you make your fudge, as I was just talking about. Sorry about the lighting. Maybe recipes you can make ahead and freeze. As always, take care and love with hugs. Well, thank you so much, Brenda. And the same right back to you. I'm going to try to move this camera. Not that y'all need to see me closer, but if I get it away from the lights, it helps sometimes. Driving me crazy. Let's see. You know what? I make... Maybe that will. I don't know. I make the same... Maybe that camera angle will help. Let's hope. Well, Brenda, let's see. I make the same things every year, honestly. I make the same recipes year in and year out. I did add a sweet potato casserole a couple of years ago, which is super sweet, and my dad and Dustin and Chris just love. Girls and I don't care for sweet potatoes so much, but they love that. So I could maybe share that, but I also make 2 different stuffings. I'm just going to tell you about them. I don't know whether I will make any of these recipes on camera, to be honest with you. I don't know. We'll just have to play that by ear. Candace is actually hosting, I believe, Thanksgiving Day this year, so I will not be making all that I usually make. We will be going to her house for Thanksgiving, I believe. So, but I make 2 different kinds of stuffing. I make mushroom stuffing and I make sausage stuffing. The sausage stuffing was passed down from my grandmother, and it is really good, and it is my dad's, mine, Chris's favorite. Although Chris loves the mushroom. Chris likes any kind of stuffing. Chris will eat piles of both. So will my dad, actually. But that's my favorite. The sausage stuffing is my favorite. And it's just made with Jimmy Dean sausage, you know. And the mushroom stuffing is just out of the Betty Crocker, or Better Homes, not Betty Crocker, Better Homes cookbook that we all probably have, you know. It's the old-fashioned stuffing, and then you add mushrooms to that, and that's pretty much what I make. And I honestly don't make that many other recipes, to be honest with you, because I just do basic green beans or corn. I do just, you know, I don't make my own rolls. I do the brown and serve rolls, which are everybody's favorites, you know. I do make sauerkraut. That may seem strange to some of you for Thanksgiving Day, but my grandmother started that, and that is Dustin loves that. Loves sauerkraut. And so I make that, but I make it really sweet. I put a lot of brown sugar, and I put an onion in with my sauerkraut, and I cook it in a crock pot, and it cooks all day. My green beans I make, of course, I doctor them up, salt, pepper, bacon, and let them cook until they're falling apart, you know. So, I mean, just basic, of course, turkey gravy and, you know, the whole bit. So, I mean, I just make basic stuff, and I'm not a big baker, you know. Chris makes pecan pies, and I'll sometimes do a pumpkin pie, but it's just, you know, I read the can on the McCormick's pumpkin or whatever, Libby's or whatever it is, and I just do it that way. I'm not a big baker, you guys. I mean, I do my fudge and stuff, but I'm not a big, you know, baker. So that's about it for my for Thanksgiving. I do make my crab souffle for Christmas. That is I've already done that on camera a couple of times. If I can think about it, I'll put links to what I have made. You know, I have made crab souffle, and I make crab dip. I make, you know, pot roast, not in Christmas, you know, but that's one of my recipes. So I don't know what I'll do on camera, so we'll just have to see. Okay, thank you for that question though, Brenda. Number 7, hey Arlene, for your next Q&A, can you show us in more detail the little animal dolls you used to make? When was the last time you made them, and did you work from a pattern, and who taught you to sew? Best wishes, Olivia. Thank you so much, Olivia. This is from Olivia L. I haven't made one of these dolls since I closed up my business, which was back in 1996, 7, something like that. I taught myself pretty much how to make everything. I did have a friend that I was in business with, my girlfriend, give me a refresher course. I had taken home ec, you know, in school, but she kind of gave me the basics about how to, you know, how to thread your machine, and, you know, how to put an arm onto a body, and, you know, that kind of thing. But after that, I took it from there. And I only have 2 things that I used to make, and my mother-in-law just gave me back one because I had made her one. But we used to sell them, as you know. For those of you who don't know, I had my own little business with a friend years and years and years ago, and it was a lot of work for not a lot of money, but we loved what we were doing. But we had them in 3 different shops, one in Occoquan. We rented out space in a shop in Occoquan, Virginia, a shop in Dale City, Virginia, and then one down in downtown Fredericksburg, here close. And people would buy, and we'd have to replenish, you know, whatever they purchased. You know, we had to keep the merchandise at a certain level. And we also did home shows, much like a Longaberger basket or a Tupperware show. We would take our stuff in, set it all up, give ourselves 6 weeks to make the doll or the bear or the bunny or the mouse or the rag doll. Oh, I think that's teddy bear. We made a good many different things, and a change of clothes, and whatever clothes they wanted. So, but here is one example, but I only have 2 left. I gave all the rest away when I finished my business, and I kept a couple, one for myself, only one for myself, and then I had given my mother-in-law one. And my mom had some, but I, to honest to goodness, don't know what happened to them. So I'm sure they were in her house and were in a bin, and I didn't catch them, you know, before they moved out. So, but anyway, I'll show you a couple. I have not sewn and will not sew. I burned myself out. And that's why I'm kind of careful here on my channel. And sometimes I will take some time off from doing all the crafting and decorating, and we'll just do chit chats and talk, you know, and Q&As and stuff, you guys, because if I kept up at a breakneck speed like I do when I do my series, I would get burned out with my decorating, and I never want to get burned out with my decorating. I will say I never loved to sew, but I do love to decorate, and I do love to do my little crafts. So I never want to get burned out with my decorating, especially with my decorating, because I do love it. But here's one little rag doll that I made. And I made them from, oh yes, I made them from a pattern. I don't remember whether it was what are the Butterick or Simplicity. I don't know what the patterns were, to be honest with you. I made their bodies, you know, and this is one I made at the end where I didn't even put elastic and didn't even give her a hem. We just used pinking shears on her little pantaloons. But when I first started, I put elastic in their, you know, their pantaloons around the waist and around her feet and around her, you know, her arms. But we always made them to match. I made her hair, you know, and I drew on her face. And, you know, she's a cutie patootie. I made this size and a size larger. And I had brunettes and blondes and redheads. And this was my favorite pattern. This was my favorite pattern. We did draft stopper bunnies, and we did like sewing machine cover bunnies. We did like toaster cover bunnies. We did, I did a vacuum cleaner bunny whose head was as big as mine. This was back in the, you know, early 90s when we started. But this is one I made for my mother-in-law. And isn't she cute? She's got little button eyes, and I sewed her nose and her mouth on. And I made her body. Of course, we made all the bodies, and I put some patches inside her ears. I can't remember whether that pattern called for that or not, or whether I just thought to do that. Just took, you know, like 3 little pieces and made little patches for her ears to match her dress, and put eyelet for her collar, and her little pantaloons match, and the pink, you know, tied around her wrists and her ankles. And I sewed her shut, so must not have offered her. Well, I didn't make other clothes to match. I just closed the back, just sewed the back closed. Made her headband out of elastic and put a little bow on it, and a button. So this was one of my little bunnies. And I made them all very similarly. I honed my skills on their faces. The pattern called for the buttons to be wider set. And I didn't like them that way, and they didn't tell you to pull them into the head like that, to inset them into the head. But I moved the eyes closer together and pulled them on into the head to make them look like they were inset. And I thought they made for a pretty face on them. You know, your bunny didn't have a pretty face, or bear, or whatever you were making. Who wouldn't buy an ugly faced bunny, you know? So I tried to make the faces as pretty as I could. So that's one of my bunnies. So she just recently gave it back to me, so I've kept her in, she sits in my bedroom. So, and she sits up in the purple bedroom. And that's it. That's my dolls, you know, and bunnies and whatever. And a story about that. I did a lot before I was on YouTube, didn't I? I did quite a lot before I was on YouTube. I've always been a busy lady, you know. Okay, Barbara Jones, I just found this right before I sat down, and she said, also, did you take many family vacations with your family and when your children were younger? And I have answered this before, but I'll answer it quickly here again. Yeah, we did, Barbara. Every year, my dad made sure that he made reservations in Ocean City, Maryland. And we went there every year without fail for a week. And boy, did we look forward to that. Both my parents were educators. And, you know, those were our major vacations. You know, now that was when I was a child. Now, when our children were little, we did many trips to Disney. We did trips to Myrtle Beach and Nag's Head, and all of the Nag's Head beaches, Kitty Hawk and Duck and Corolla and Corona, what is it? And Myrtle Beach, north and south. And we went to New Smyrna Beach in Florida. My parents used to go down to Vero Beach in Florida and spend 3 months out of every year, and we would go down there on the kids' spring break and spend time with them, you know, there, and do day trips over to Disney World and SeaWorld and things like that. So we stayed at Daytona Beach several times, New Smyrna, Ponce Inlet, right there, that part of Florida. Love that part of Florida. So let's see, where else? Never really went across the country. You know, as I said, my parents were educators. All our family was on this coast. So we didn't venture, you know, on any cruises. My parents cruised after I was gone. That's when they cruised a lot. They used to cruise a lot after I left, before Mom got sick. That was their major fun, you know, was cruising. So Chris and I have kind of adopted that a little bit, you know. That is, if cruising ever starts up again, and it will eventually. So, and yes, I will cruise, and yes, I will feel comfortable. Yes, yes, yes. So anyway, so that's all the questions. Oh, wait a minute. I do think I saw, in looking for another one, I do think I saw 2 others. Let me check in my studio here. One from Barbara Harold. She said, pretty drive. This was on my my ride up to Skyline Drive video from just the other day. And she said, how far are you from Liz? I'm not far from Liz at all. So that's all I'm going to say, though. I'm within an hour. And hopefully Liz and I will be able to get together. She's a busy lady, you know, fixing up her house. And I'm busy too. And, you know, one of these days we hope to get together, though. And Arlene, have you or the other ladies seen the website TEE for the Soul? Check out this site. They have something for everyone. And I will, Deborah. This is from Deborah Schroer. And I'll check that out, girl. In fact, let me copy that onto a sticky, and I will definitely check that out. About, you know, my next video, which will probably be, you know, some tips and tricks of how I started, you know, how I started my YouTube channel, and then some tricks. My next video will probably be, you know, how I started my YouTube channel again, and also adding some tips and tricks about how I do things and everything. Now I have this, like Pamela Willis asked me, yes, more info on starting a channel. Do you film, edit, upload totally from your phone, or do you film on your phone and then upload to your computer to edit and upload your videos. Now, I'm going to save that question for my next video, you guys. And my next video will probably go up, I would say Tuesday, I would imagine. So I will try to record that video. It might take me a little while to wrap my brain around it. I've already give you a sneak peek. I've already made myself some notes. I never make notes, you guys. I am not a note taker in any way, shape, or form. I never think I need, even when I go grocery shopping and stuff, I really don't make, like write lists. I'm not a list writer or anything like that. I keep it all in this pea brain of mine. But I did write myself kind of a cheat sheet of notes. Let me go through these real quick, and this is what I'm going to touch on when I do that video. And I would like you guys to please leave me any more questions that you have about that video quickly, though. I'm going to need to have your questions pretty quick here as soon as you can get them written down in a comment if you have any more questions, because I'll take them off and incorporate them. I will probably be filming on Sunday or Monday, and my video might go up Tuesday later in the day maybe, so I'm going to need to have your questions pretty quick, after you see this video. But this is my list here. I said why I started my channel, and then important things to know, something about a phone, the position of the phone, look into the camera, stuff about editing, things about music with the videos, about being yourself, about growing a thick skin. And those are things that I've written down. And if you can think of anything else that you want me to touch on, let me know. Let me know. I'm going to go through some brass tacks kind of stuff, but just let me know some, if you have any specific questions for those of you who are wanting to start a channel, which I encourage you to do, but I need to, break it down for me a little bit more if you have anything else that you want me to touch on that you think I might know. So I think that is it, my dear friends, for this video. Let me shut my computer down here. And as I said, my next video will be, about, starting a YouTube, tips and tricks about starting a YouTube channel, something like that. All right. Oh, that'll be the title. So I'm certainly not the most experienced YouTuber out there. I am been on YouTube 4 years, that's it. There are a lot bigger and better YouTubes than me, but I'll be willing to help in any way I can if you guys think I can help. So leave me questions. Also, if you have any other random questions for another Q&A, let me know that. After that video, I don't have anything planned for next week. I don't have anything specific other than I do have another order coming from collections, etc. Whatever that. So I have another order coming very small from there, so I could do a QA and that combined. And we're getting closer and closer to where I'm going to have to start deconstructing and starting it on Christmas. Around Halloween is when I will start doing all that stuff, so I'm trying to fill in the gap of time here. Again, I'm sorry about my COVID pimple that came up while I was out today underneath my dumb mask. I had it. I've been having it. I've been dealing with it. I hope that all is well with everyone. For those of you who may be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.